Osman, would you like to start?
Oh, of course, I would love to. Normally, as a safety person, I would say operations first. But so the thing is, how much time do we have? So actually, I would love to go back and refer to all the various individual contributions. They were so great, and of course we don't have the time to do that. But what I would love to do is to understand what is uniting us today. Perhaps in just 1 or 2 minutes. So what I have understood from all the various contributions is that we all do recognize that change is going on. So easily said, and this is not standard, because some people say, okay, it's a downturn, we come back. What has changed? So a change is going on, and the future, whether we call it normal operations or the new normal, or the new normal will be definitely different or whatever, it will be a challenge, and I have understood that we will accept the challenge. I have heard that we are largely, as we Germans say, singing from the same sheet. So we are on the same page, as I would say, when it comes to the most important areas we should look at, and at least in terms of the spoken word and the slides. And I'm really interested in understanding what we will be able to achieve. And again, together is the magic word. I think we have all understood, and we are willing to much more collaborate than we did in the past. So I'm really looking forward to identifying some cross groups, as it was called by Hugh, who is looking forward, and I'm very grateful of that, to taking on in the safety area a lead, more responsibility in what we call today the Future Safety Development Subgroup. Perhaps we will call it differently, next SMS or however. He called it cross-domain group. I mean, let's figure out the one or the other topic, and I think we heard it quite a lot of today, where we want to collaborate, maybe different than in the past, and help the community and the entire industry to not only face but master the challenge. I personally believe, and I want to close with that I know, I'm deeply convinced, now being in this arena for many years, that we do have the right people, we do have the knowledge necessary, we do have the skills, and we do have the commitment to master the crisis and to prepare ourselves for the future, and the future in which I firmly believe. So therefore, from my point of view, thank you very, very much for this great conference, if I may call it this way. But Armin, please let me say another word before I pass on to you. I have to say I'm deeply impressed what the event team, what all the speakers, the great moderators were able to build and do today. But I have to say that I'm looking forward to have some dedicated safety workshops or conferences in the next year, be it virtually, be it physically, whatever is possible, in order to really get into the work and to get things done. So this is what I need to say. This cannot replace or compensate a meeting in person. So that's what I want to conclude on. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you, Osman. I agree in everything you said, and I won't say it in my own words again. So only a few additional points. One very small point. If you are interested in CDOs, please join the Performance-Based Navigation Workgroup in the OSC. We are ahead. We have some experience in the London and the Frankfurt area with that process. We have tools, we have processes. So if you're interested, join us. And overall, I would say I'm very impressed with all I have heard. For me, the main lesson is that we are not prepared as we should be. But to be prepared as we should be is a matter of innovation and invest. At the end, maybe leadership, but invest. We have to get in touch with our main stakeholders, whether they are willing to work together, the main word together with us, to be prepared in the future. And one thing to be prepared in the future is automatization. Take all the people on board for automatization, that is important, especially the safety guys. They have that on their slides. Automatization could be done in a ATC surrounding only by small steps because the controllers are not willing to change very fast. So small steps, take them on board, but automatization will be the key enabler for the future. And at the end, I think it's a very good event. I'm a little bit impressed. I'm impressed and a little bit nervous before whether that works. That works for me very well. But the social event, which normally comes now in the evening on the bar, I will miss that very much. I miss to drink a beer with all of you and discuss all the things deeper and deeper and deeper. And on the next morning, we will have solutions. So I will miss you on the bar. Even that was a very productive event. So I think my task is now to hand over to Alex Bristol. He has the final words. I think we are more or less in time. So I hand over to Alex if that is correct, or the event team in the background says something different. Alex,
I think, you're absolutely correct. I think that is supposed to be coming to me, and thank you very much indeed. I have the privilege of sharing a few thoughts with you at the end of the day, having had also a chance to speak to you at the beginning. I would like to thank everybody who's taken part. I think it's been a really good day. The topics have been extremely good. And I hope everybody's been able to profit from that, despite the fact that it is always difficult under these circumstances to have the same kind of interaction in the same way that Osman and Armin have just alluded to. Going back a bit, has the landscape changed since COVID? Yeah, of course it has, absolutely, and we've heard that over the course of the day as well, which I thought was good. I think I also liked the concept that we've heard on numerous occasions now, that safety and productivity, safety and ops, it's not an either or, it's not a versus, it's an and. And we have to find ways to generate that and make sure that we're also really clear in our minds that no change does not mean we're safe. And I think once we've got that in our heads, that no change does not equal safety, we've already made quite a big advance in our thinking, in our conversations. And I'd like to reiterate the nature of the coming together of the Ops and the Safety Standing Committee. Of course, each has got its individual tasks to do, but the fact that you come together, whether it's virtual or not, is a great thing. So I enjoyed that, liked that about the day, and encourage that sort of thinking and philosophy to continue as well. One of the other things that came out really strongly to me was the importance of people. The importance of people all the way through. I mean, I would say absolutely, of course, this is the case. Whether it be in the human factors part, it was in the safety part, it was in the ops part, it was then in the thinking about the need for face-to-face for some of the things that we're trying to do. We can be more efficient, we can do stuff remotely, and I personally have been really quite impressed and surprised by how much has been possible on a face-to-face, on a not a face-to-face based on a remote basis. But there are certain things, whether it be brainstorming new ideas or just simply building up a level of trust between people, it's much more difficult to do when you're virtual. We had a conversation about automation. I like that as well. I firmly believe that the way into our future is through increased automation in the right places in the right way. The idea of the joint cognitive system, absolutely. Very grateful to Billy for the increased flexible ATCO validation, or the acronym of IFAV, because we really need more acronyms. On the other hand, the continued and the repeated ideas that resilience, scalability and flexibility come into our future as well. I think this is really important. And of course, it has such a close link to that automation that in its turn has such a close link to the human involved in that system as well. So I think as we come to the close of today and look ahead around what's going on for the rest of 2020 and into 2021, there's a few words beginning with re for me. So we recover in the first place. Hopefully we recover in the sense of our system, the global system that we're all a part of. We reshape. And as we reshape, we don't just reshape in the old form, in the old manner. We have to do that in a different way. And that leads me to the third and last one, which is we need to rethink. We need to rethink the way we do air traffic management and not just drift back into air traffic control as before. Remember, no change does not mean we're safe. And I think with a mature safety conversation between safety and between ops, we can move into that future in a safe way. So I'd like to reiterate my thanks to the two chairs, my thanks to the two program managers who've done an excellent job today, and also to the events team, Jade and Marta. You've done a great job making this work. I'm very impressed as well. Well done, thank you. And I think just to close, I would encourage everyone, all of us, to assume that the future is going to be different. I think we should dare to take that difficult step forward into that future instead of taking the easy step back into the past. We need to work together for a future which is going to be brighter, and it is going to be worth getting there, worth making the effort to get us all there. And I think we should come together again, hopefully at some point physically, raise that glass of beer that Armin was talking about as well, and have the opportunity for the interactions that a virtual meeting never actually gives us. With that, I have the great honor to close this conference for this time. And I wish all of you a good evening, a good rest of the year, and I hope that you all stay healthy. Thank you.